Hello, I'm Martin Fencka and welcome to another part of Let's Play Battle Brothers. In the previous part, we cleared some more locations, and after the last fight, I had to make some changes to our roster. First of all, Bertwin has to go into reserve and recover. It was, well, on one side, I'd say really bad fight for him, but if you watch the previous part, you know that in the end it was very a lucky fight for him because he somehow survived. So now with the deep abdominal cut, he will stay in the reserve for how long? 3 to 4 days? Actually, that's not too bad. I expected it to be worse. But luckily for us, Grimold just healed up. So we have the replacement. That's one thing. Also, Alfgeir now can use his new amazing greatsword. So that means we don't need more greatswords right now. We'll need more later, but for now we are fine. What we need now are the great axes, or how they're called, the tier 1 200 axes. That's the next goal. And maybe I made some more changes. I switched to bows. We are almost out of arrows, but we still have some, so in case we have to fight once again, we can shoot a few times. But most importantly, what we have to do is all the level ups. Oh, that's the old one, that can still wait. Einar. For Einar, it's gonna be the same thing as for Ulf. He will be heavy in the end. So we are waiting for reach advantage and underdog on the next level, and I think they both actually. Douglas wanted to use 200x, so one of them is probably gonna use a 200 mace. Or mace. It's called how's it called? 200 hammer, something like that. Just a blunt weapon. I'll have to decide. Probably who has better fatigue will use the 200x and run around, and one of these two with the lower fatigue will stay back with the hammer. But what I'm trying to say is we are also saving the point for the next level underdog and reach advantage, where we decide. Actually, I can maybe do it right now. Where is the fatigue? Here. Okay, that's quite easy. Einar will be using the X, so he gets the reach advantage and underdog, and Wolf will be staying back, which means he probably doesn't need the underdog. Still need the reach advantage. And maybe I could already invest, where is it, here, into the hammer mastery. We don't have the hammer. Well, we just have to get the axes and the hammer, then we invest this point. For now, I'll just save it. But Einar. Melee skill, melee defense, and more fatigue. 136. Let's get it to like 140-ish, maybe 45, and then we have to get some points into the range defense. And another level up, that's for Sobo, first one to get to level 11, and because we have the student, now we have 2 perk points. It took me quite a while to decide what I want to take on level 11. There are quite a few options. We could go for Fearsome, but that's kinda slow for someone with a two-handed weapon. It's easier to just kill them rather than scare them. We could go for Killing Frenzy, 25% damage boost after a kill for 2 turns. Yes, decent. Then we could grab Indomitable. The reduction is also quite nice sometimes. But I've decided to go for skills that don't depend on anything. There is always like if on the skills that I talked about before. This is, you know, if we attack enough times, they will get scared. Probably wouldn't work. This is if we get a kill. Usually we need those kills early, And later, once we get the first few kills, the fight becomes easier, and this is just like a win more at that stage. In the meta, it's if we get into a situation where we are like surrounded, and hopefully it's not gonna happen when we stay in the defensive line. So what I decided to go for is Headhunter. It's always active, and Executioner. That's also another, like, when they have the injury. But in the defensive line with our, where are they? With our spearmen, who are using Crippling Strike together with the Spear Wall. I mean, it's very likely that we'll have targets that are injured. So, in theory, this should be 20% more damage all the time. Or let's say 90% of the time. So that's the decision. We'll see how it works. Maybe let me know in comments, guys, what you would take. There are definitely some options that could also work. Even the underdog wouldn't be a bad idea. We could still go with crippling strikes, just more people. And there are probably some other things. So let me know what you would take. But, well, I'll take these two. And for points, melee skill, melee defense, fatigue. And from the next level, we'll always get just 1 point. And no pair points. Okay, Dance Life. It's level 10. What's your initiative? It's not bad. We could go for, where is it? Overwhelm, here. You go like Overwhelm, Crippling Strikes. That would also help Sobo and his Executioner if he could inflict those injuries with ranged attacks. And the last one, that's a question. Maybe Fearsome. Let's start it with the Overwhelm. I'll read it once again just to make sure it works the way I think it should work. Take advantage of high initiative and prevent an enemy from attacking effectively by overwhelming them with your attacks. With every attack, hit or miss against an opponent that acts after you in the current round, inflicts the overwhelmed status effect, which lowers the melee and range skill by 10% for 1 turn. The effect stacks with each attack and can be applied to multiple targets at once with a single attack. Okay. So we want to have this on all our archers, and all the slow targets just shouldn't have any chance to hit us. If we really focus on something, we should be able to lower the kills enough that they just can't hit. Yep, that's the plan. As for points, I'll just focus on the ranged stuff as much as possible. And you know what? Let's actually skip the range defense. Maybe we'll go for max fatigue and initiative. That's like what I wanted to get around range defense for our archers. And now the initiative makes more sense. Okay, there we go. Oh, and Bertin also has a level up. A level 10 as well. Is it possible you don't have a Berserker? That's probably something you want to take. Those 4 action points are really quite important. Also, Underdog would be probably useful. We have Fearsome, we have Crippling Strikes, that's important. Now let's go for the Berserker. And as for points, melee skill, melee defense, probably. And I think the fatigue is fine. Let's go for resolve. So that's level ups. And now if we can finally head south. Timing is good. We can explore a little bit more along the way. Hey, another fight. Do we want to do it? It also depends on the inventory. We could always throw away some of the shields. They really don't sell for that much. I think we're gonna do it. Ancient Ruins. Last time, what was that? Oryx. Before that, it was, I think, Undead? So hopefully it's not Brigands, because we are attacking in the middle of the day. But it seems that in these ruins we can find pretty much anything. Okay, that's something new again. Man, every single one of them hit. Okay, can we hit the ambushes? Well, we can attack them, but if we can hit, that's another question. Isn't it better to just shoot these? How much ammo do we have? Well, one arrow. Okay. Friedrich, how much ammo do you have? You have 6 shots. 58, 60. Okay, one down. Not bad. 58, 51. Nope. Let's get ready with the spear wall. And I think, at least here, we don't need shield wall, but to get the extra protection against all the arrows, I'll probably use even shield walls with the remaining spearmen. Okay. Well, not exactly what I wanted, but I think I'm not gonna complain about that. Probably don't need the shield wall here either. Yeah. $68. Let's try it. Good. Maybe you can even kill the shield. That would definitely help. Okay, Alfgeir. What do you think? You can handle them, at least one of them. Good. And Sobo. I again forgot about the poison. Well, at least I locked this one down. You can't move anywhere. And we are staying on the high ground, so it'll be a bit harder for them to hit. Okay, that's fine. Still fine. It's good. So far, so good. This is not the end of the world. Okay, And now we run out of ammo. Let's try to kill this one. Good. That was quite easy. They have cover, pretty much all of them. 27. Well, let's try this one. It's a low chance, but it worked. Grimold. You should be safe here. This guy is running. And the rest is about to run. 45. Let's attack this one. Good, now they're all running. Can we break that? We can. We can even get in melee range. That's exactly what we want. Just lock down as many as possible. Good. And what else? I would probably stay here and provide some cover for our archers still. Well, the goblins are usually annoying as hell, but if you can hit them, then they go down pretty easily. Okay, we don't need to break the net to defend, or even to attack. It just has to be broken if you want to move around. And you know what, let's just move closer. Feeling that the ambushers are not giving up yet. They'll probably stop somewhere and try to shoot again. That's what they usually do. So that's why I'm trying to keep moving still. Yeah, see? Just wants to stand on the high ground. Perfect. Now I think the last one should give up. Yep. Okay, level ups. I think Apostlist is the only one. These two are the points that we know about. What about the loot? Some more ammo. Let's just take the food, ammo. The weapons. We didn't get any pikes. Only spears. Damn it. And we can still take 2 more items. Let's take the bow and the shield. Okay. We still should have time to repair some of these weapons. Let's do it. We can repair the bow maybe as well. And the level up, where is it? Here. I think on the side, Underdog is not the worst perk ever, but well, like in the final version of the not of the build, but of the positioning of the army, I want to have the spearmen standing here and here, just protecting anybody who is in the middle. I'll usually have someone who we just recruited if we are like leveling a replacement, or if we are leveling someone because we need more people in the reserve or anything like that, or if we find someone really good, then he'll be in the middle, basically protected by both spearmen, which means at that point the underdog won't really do much. We are too slow for overwhelm. Indomitable also doesn't make that much sense. Battleforge, the same thing. I'll have to think about this. We can go, or we can give him the points. But I'm not sure about the perk. I'll have to really think about what would give us the best advantage. Thinking about Indomitable, but again, standing on these two tiles when we have heavies like Sobo everywhere around, I mean, how likely is it that you're gonna need Indomitable? Yeah, I'll think about it more off camera. This is probably gonna take a while. Okay, I'll just head directly for Blankenstedt now. Oh, hey! Horror ruins. They're spawning pretty fast. It's like probably 2 days since we went this way last time. It wasn't there. And also this time the timing is pretty bad. Yep. We don't even have tools and supplies to repair. So we just camp and do nothing. Oh, what happened? I don't like this. You find Bertrand the surgeon nursing a rather large tankard next to the fire. In fact, it's not a tankard at all, but a wooden bucket filled with ale. A few more modest mugs are littered around his feet. He tips back, gulping from the bucket's lip. When he sees you, he tries to dress up, sloughing the foam of his face and attempting to smile that quickly sloops into drunken frown. Hey there, Captain. They're mean for you to see me like this. You set yourself down by the man and ask how he's doing, being drunk. Nodding, you reach for the bucket and the man gives it up. Though his hands are shaped as if to still be holding it, you set the bucket down and ask again how he's doing. He finally drops his hands into his lap. Like shit. That's how I'm feeling. Well, I'm not surprised, man. Last time you almost died in the fire, but the alcohol, that's not a solution for this. You know, you have to face the problems. First, shark went down. Then life. Okay, so it's like a long-term problem. I know there's been at least 5 or 6 others. Just dead men, come and gone. I got memories of them talking and memories of them screaming, and I can't have one without the other. But I'm alright now, because right now I can't even think straight. If I can't unlearn the memory, I'll just go ahead and drown it. The ale does me well, huh? With a sigh, you hand the bucket back to the man. Eyes lost in the fire, his mind lost in the past. He says nothing else. Drunkard. Well, +5 resolve for a sergeant is not the end of the world. -5 melee skill is worse. Now, extra damage could have been worse. I'd still rather have the melee skill over the resolve, but okay, whatever. You can have your ale. And what do we have in Blankenstadt? The prices are still pretty damn good. This time we'll even have to buy all the tools and supplies for 322, but it should be fine. Look at that. Let's sell all of it. I should have checked where did we start. My guess is like 13,000, 12.5, something like that. Oh, I can forget. This is an upgrade for one of our archers, so I don't want to sell it. 1,475. That's a pretty good price. Okay, you're gonna keep the war brand. And I forgot about the helmet. Let's sell the goblin daggers. And the falchions are not fully repaired yet, but I think I'll just take 150. It's fine. Okay, anything else? We can probably get rid of the coif. How does it look like? One bow for reserve, the pike. We have 2 swords just in case. I don't want to sell the 2-handed weapons yet. We have enough room in the inventory in case we don't get better weapons. We may just use these. So now we get all the tools and supplies. I'll even buy 1 stack of ammo. It's ridiculously expensive, but we need it. Is there anything else? Just the quest. Let's buy everyone a drink. And we'll listen to the news. Nothing here. Tomorrow night the famous Mistral is coming. Not interested. Ottendorf, they want something, but no gossip about treasures or unique items. I think there's nothing new when it comes to recruits. This one, that's a thief. What is this about? Escort caravan to Weissenfeste. That's not a bad quest, but we probably wanted the brigands first. It's this one, right? Drive brigands hanging at fort. Yep. Okay, let's take this one. And how far is it? It's the same location. Last time we were in Blankenstadt, we had to clear location here. They probably rebuilt the outpost. Okay, we still have like a minute. So let's leave Blankenstadt and we'll head to Wurmfeste. We need more arrows. And also more food and pretty much more everything. What we have right now is money. So let's spend them. Food is expensive. But, well, we can take 4 stacks of tools and supplies. I have to buy more ammo, even for 188. And now about the food. Let's buy some bread. The price is not too bad. The goat cheese, that's also acceptable. That's probably all we need. What about some nice items? 8,000 for this armor. That's not a terrible price. $3,000 for the reinforced mail hauberk. It's also not bad. What about weapons? Yeah, I was hoping we could find the weapons, but you'll probably have to buy them. Do you have two-handed hammers? No. We have 21,000. Let's buy one. I'm gonna buy the heavy lamellar armor. And the hauberk as well. So there goes our money. So the first upgrade is gonna be for Douglas. Because now you have your X. You have decent helmet. Best armor that we have. You have the X. I think Douglas is ready as a heavy. He can start running around. Good. We still have 2 more armors, but I will have to think about who gets it off camera. Also, I really have to finally equip the mail coif and also the decayed helmet. That's definitely an upgrade for someone. And I think that Einar now gets his two-handed X. Or is it Einar? Yeah, it's Einar. Probably gets his two-handed X, and we reduce the number of spearmen. We should have armor that's decent enough for 2 more heavies. Yeah, I'll have to think about this off camera a bit more. That's quite a few changes. I'll also have to figure out the positioning, if we can afford to do it. But I'd say we got the decent upgrades for the money that we made. Just quickly go to the Hangman's Fort, return to Blankenstadt for the reward, and then we try to get some quest, caravan escort, it's delivery quest, just slowly get north and prepare for the war. Maybe along the way we could buy some more tools and supplies, but we can probably carry only 150. Yeah, we can't get that much ammo, that's something we could buy. And we also have to buy some medical supplies, but it would be better to buy it somewhere where they produce it. Do you produce it? Yep, we can wait with that to Dunkelwald. Okay, so we have a plan, but that's something for the next part. For today we are done, so I hope that you like this part, that you're gonna join me for the next one again, and until then, have a good time. Bye bye.